All right, we're gonna give it about 30 seconds. Give it about 30 seconds. Right, Bellers? Come here, girl. Come here, girl. Bellers. All right, all right, all right. We got Bellas out here. All right, girl. Thank you. All right. Hey, gang. Jamie Aston, and we are. Welcome to the channel on Twitch. Jamie Aston, if you're watching, we're going to be doing some flight simulators, and if you are on YouTube, the title of the YouTube video is Avoid Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 in 2005. Okay? Avoid Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 in 2025. Yeah, that's correct now. It's just not ready. You know, it took about 2 years for Flight Simulator 2020 to get right, but I think it was a lot more stable up on its release than Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 ever was. So, you know, I've tried three. Oh, I've tried 4 times to play Microsoft Flight Simulator. One time in November, and 3 times in April 2025, and it has not been successful. I attempted to get the controller mapped up, but I can't get the toe brakes to work right in the aircraft in Microsoft Flight Simulator. And we're talking about the toe brakes using the Velocity Turtle Beach Velocity 1 complete flight simulation Yoke Rudder stand setup. So, but everything works just fine in Flight Simulator. What we're going to be doing today is we're going to be doing some of the activities I purchased. We have Flight Simulator does have flight training and things like that, but I bought this Flight Academy content from the developer over in the UK sometime last year for about $75. This is a better $75 to spend than the $75 I paid for a Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. And I only paid $66 and some change for the deluxe copy with the steel book and the lanyard. Yeah, I don't know how much of that was worth it. If you're watching the YouTube channel, you can see me. Here's the lanyard, but it has my pilot's license inside of it, so I don't want to show it. But it does have this little, it's like a lap belt, lap strap clasp on it. That's neat. That's neat. That's about the only thing that's neat about it. It's not real leather. Yeah, but I might use this to hold my license. I was using this Coach wallet, slim wallet, to carry my pilot's license, but that might be, we can tag it onto something, hang it off. So anywho, what we're going to be doing is Flight FS Academy. What we're going to be doing now, we completed in the last video, it's a live stream. I was tempted to play 2024, and I came in, I completed the last VFR lesson, and I never recorded any of this. I always thought it was really good, but they have good content. It comes with a downloadable PDF to fly, to supplement the lessons and things like that, which I am not going to be using in this video, but it is there. I actually kept it with my flight lesson stuff in real life. So what we're going to be doing now is attempting to do the navigator. The navigator is what I do believe is the next lesson in the package. And just before we get started, you have the VFR package right there, and you got lessons 1 through looks like 12, but you skip. It ends right here. At the top of this is just like custom content. So I wish they would fix that. I truly wish they would send an update to put everything in the right place and give me a checkbox on the lessons that I've completed. But right now I have to keep that in my mind. So there's even a number 12 for navigator up here, but there's a 9, 10, and 11 for the VFR. So you have your commander. Commander is gonna be, I think after you do the jetliner stuff. So commander is like more advanced lessons, and I think what you would do is we're doing IFR, or we're doing VFR, then we're going to do the navigator, and then we're going to go to the jetliner. Once you do the jetliner, honestly, I think I'm going to do IFR before jetliner. Yeah, we're going to do it doesn't look like the navigator does any IFR stuff. No, no IFR for the navigator. So we'll do the navigator, then we'll go right into IFR lessons. I'm really, really interested in doing this because I'm going to be soon taking IFR lessons in real life. So this is going to be what I wanted it to do was supplement my lesson. That's why I don't have time to beta test 2024. I told myself to wait to buy it, but I went ahead and purchased it because I saw, oh, I can get it for half price. And it's not worth it at half price, honestly. It's not worth it. Let's go ahead and go into this navigator package. Commence your exploration to the world of VFR, visual flight rules, navigation, by getting to grips with the range of ground features available to you for route planning. Get the manual from fsacademy.co.uk. Oh my goodness, I might need the manual for this. I just want to do a quick flight or a lesson or so. So let's, if it's some content where I continue to mess up on because I need to go through the manual first, then we'll back off and just do some free flying. Go do some pattern work or go somewhere. Let's see, where do I want to go today? We might go to NorCal and fly a little bit again. We can fly in NorCal. So let's see what this lesson is like. If you're on YouTube, give me a comment, give me a like, tell me what you want to see, tell me what you don't like to see. I might accommodate. But this is really, I don't expect anyone just to watch these videos. I'm just posting, but if there's anyone who wants to see how this hardware works for someone who uses it alongside real world flying, or just wants to see if they want to spend almost $1,000 to get this kit. I've seen it for pretty good prices on sale, maybe $700. I think probably about the least I've seen about $700 and some change. So, but how much is it worth it to you if you want to just watch somebody attempt to play 2024 at times? I'll always check in. It's just like kind of what we do in the world of IT. But yeah, let's go ahead and start the flight. And you all should be able to hear the content. This guy's made some content, some flight plans and stuff like that. He's narrated, so it's really good content.
Welcome to FS Academy Navigator. Cross-country navigation is one of the most rewarding experiences in aviation, and that's exactly what we're going to cover in this series. We'll start by demonstrating how the different types of ground features we can use for navigation look from the air, then build up to more sophisticated techniques, including controlled airspace, drift corrections, and challenging conditions. It's a warm summer's day over the UK's south coast, with some haze and light clouds. Great conditions for commencing our exploration of VFR navigation. VFR standing for Visual Flight Rules. Keep following the coast eastbound at 2,500 feet, and we'll take a look at how to select and use ground features for navigation. Navigation in its basic form is stringing together a series of landmarks that are easily visible from the air. There is a wide range of useful features that you can select as waypoints, which can be divided into three main categories: lines, points, and areas. On your left side is the coastline, which is a great example of a line feature. A line feature gives very accurate guidance in a single dimension. This is to say that when following a coast, as we are at the moment, we have a very clear indication of our lateral tracking, as it's immediately obvious if we are to the left or right side of the coast. However, following a straight line gives little information in terms of distance, unless there is a standout feature along the line, such as a town, harbour, pier, or other distinctive landmark. Up ahead we see that the coastline has a sharp bend to the left, which is just the kind of easily visible and unmistakable characteristic that we look for when selecting waypoints at the planning stage. Fly along the coast until we reach the sharp bend known as Selsey Bill. Aim to keep us at 2,500 feet.
Oh shoot, aim to keep us weird. We climbed this whole way, sorry. We'll pull some power. I thought we looked a little high. I was not paying attention. I was actually listening to him. So we're gonna pull the power and we're going to watch that speed and we're gonna get back down to 1,000 feet.
Go easy on the controls.
I know.
Now please make a 180 turn to the left to follow the coast in the other direction. Aim to keep us at 2,500 feet.
I know. It's kind of a stable airplane once it's up there.
Again on our left we see the coastline. It's typically best to keep a line feature to your left side, as this makes it easiest to see from your seat. Other aircraft following the same line should also be doing this, which gives some assurance of separation. You could follow a coastline for many hours, giving high confidence in lateral tracking, but unless your destination is also coastal, this is unlikely to be your most direct route. Continue ahead towards the disused airfield at Thorney Island, a good example of the next type of ground feature, the point feature. Point features are distinct landmarks which provide a single accurate location. These are usually most useful as turning points, as they give an exact spot on the ground at which you can accurately commence the next leg of your route. They do not provide any guidance until they are in view, so distances between 2-point features is limited to your visual range. Disused airfields can be a useful tool, particularly in the UK, as there are many of them scattered across the landscape. Being out of service, there's also no air traffic control or airspace considerations for flying directly over them, unlike an active airfield. However, their appearance varies greatly. Some, such as Thorney Island, are readily visible as the runways are still present and are paved, which contrasts well with their surroundings. Other examples may be difficult to pick out. They might lack the original runways and may be redeveloped for other uses, such as farming, storage, or housing. Take us towards Thorney Island just up ahead.
You know, one of the things that you need to do is, if you want to maintain level flight and everything, is to not just look at the controls, but you gotta look at the horizon. And I'm not doing it now. I've been trying to watch this dial and everything, but once you get right, if you just keep your horizon at that point on the engine cowl or wherever on the dash, whatever it is that you're using for reference point, and to see, oh, Am I diving? Do I have the ground, or do I have more sky? Do I have all sky and no ground? And that's just visual flying right there. And when you really truly do that, you can maintain self stable and level flight. So, gotta use your eyes sometimes. VFR is really just that. Just fly the airplane, looking out, looking out, looking out. I always like to think of like a fist on the dash about how much space and everything else. What it is that you're looking at the horizon, or
Notice how, as you get close to a feature, it becomes obscured by the aircraft's nose. As you get near, you could make a slight deviation to the right in order to keep the feature visible, but being cautious not to harm the accuracy of your turn onto the next leg. It can also be useful on the approach to a point to select a spot alongside, so that you can more accurately judge when you've reached overhead.
got X on the runway, runway closed.
We're overhead Thorney Island now. Please make a left turn towards Portsmouth, and we'll look at the next type of waypoint, the area feature.
Now, for some people, this might just seem like boring stuff, but sorry, hit the rudder just a little bit. One of the reasons why I bought this is for practicing flights and doing lessons, and so I don't know of any other voice I would want to hear, but this guy's clear. Of course, he has an accent, like we all.
Up ahead, we have the city of Portsmouth, situated on Portsea Island. Portsmouth is a very historic military city, having been a huge part of the Royal Navy since 1194, and is home to about 2/3 of the Navy's surface ships. Towns and cities are typically too large to be considered as a single point, but their large dimensions do make them more visible from a distance. It is often most useful to select a point feature that is within an area feature.
Now,
This could be a landmark building, major road junction, or perhaps a sports stadium. The large area feature gives visibility from a distance, and then when you get nearer, the point feature provides accuracy. Other examples of area features are industrial facilities and large lakes, each with their own benefits and limitations, which you'll experience throughout Navigator. Keep us on our way to Portsmouth, and we'll pick out a point feature once we get nearer.
Now, what's going on with his voice? It's clear, concise, boring. Kind of what I want. I don't need anyone. Hey, do this. Let's go. Oh, yeah. No. I don't like stuff like that. So, it's nice, clear, boring. Yay. Stuff is serious. I don't need to be excited about it. I want to be safe. play because I held the controller when I dropped it. So it's ridiculous.
As we get nearer to the city, we can pick out a local landmark, the Spinnaker Tower. Designed to represent the spinnaker sail of a ship, the Spinnaker Tower is a tall, distinctive building that is prominently visible beside the water. This makes it a natural choice for a visual reporting point, VRP. VRPs are officially recognized and shown on VFR maps, chosen for their easy recognition. Take us over the Spinnaker VRP. Notice how densely populated Portsmouth is, with rows and rows of terraced streets. Choosing a particular street would be challenging, even for those familiar with the area, making them unlikely choices for a point feature.
Not yet. I didn't know you sent it to me. Period, but it was 3 o'clock on Friday. I'll check it out in a little bit.
Aim to keep us at 2,500 feet. Now please make a turn to the right to head north. We'll now look at crossing a line feature rather than following along its length. As line features are single dimension, as we discussed earlier, if we plan to cross over the line, we get little to no lateral guidance as we approach. But we do now get very accurate distance information, as we know the exact moment that we cross the line, in this case the M27 motorway. This can be very useful for checking timings to see if the flight is progressing at the expected speed. Major discrepancies can indicate a change in the wind. Fly north until we reach the M27 motorway.
Motorway 27.
Here we are crossing directly overhead to the M27 from a 90-degree angle. Using line features in this way can help when lost, as you can head towards the line, knowing that you will eventually meet it, from which point you can work out where along the line you are. Now turn left to follow the M27 westbound, keeping it on your left. Level the wings here and we can see the motorway stretching off into the distance, which would be an easy line feature to follow. So now we've had a look at the various types of features that can be chosen as reliable waypoints. Throughout Navigator, we'll introduce concepts such as wind drift and the navlog, plus explore some of the varied landscapes that you will come across, such as mountain valleys, snow-covered countryside, and a dark night in the desert. Next, we'll look at stringing a series of waypoints together to form a basic route.
And the problem is with this lesson sometimes is not all, sometimes all of the time is that you always get you either get 1,000, 10,000, or nothing. 10,000. So yeah, this does not really truly keep your score or truly fail you. The lessons in Microsoft Flight, you know, we'll go back to the training menu. So we know we covered that one. So let's see, where am I in training? Sometimes I'm gonna do landing challenges, basic handling, takeoff, landing, VFR. What lesson am I on this one? BBC. Let's see, first solo. I haven't done that one yet. Landmark. Oh, this is the golf course one. Probably should go back and do these. At first, I was really only trying to get A's and stuff. Should go back. You need to perfect your flying. Try to do all these other things. There's a lot of content in 2020 that I have not utilized. No need for me to get 2024 at all. Alright, we're going to do some flights. Where do we want to go in this world? See, this is where that controller will mess some things up. Sometimes. Something about the time is not right. LA, we could do LA. I know LA. Come on, this sometimes the Velocity 1 controller messes everything else up. Controller wise. See how it's doing now? But it's messing up the Xbox controller. Yeah, there's a lot of bugs with this thing. Let's see, where do I want to go? Sugarland? Go down south Houston and touch Sugarland. Somewhere down here. tell you what, we'll do our flight we just did. The last time I was flying, I had to go to a meeting, and we left Pine Bluff, Field. Says departure. And we went over to Cleveland, Mississippi. Arkansas River. Uh-oh. Where is it? Right there. And we flew in a Mooney, but 72 miles. Didn't take us time at all. Like 30 minutes. That's awesome. Like, all right. If we do the conditions right now, 11 knots. Yeah, it's a little bit cloudy. Not as clear as we want to. Coming out 360. Coming out 330. Well, both of these. We're gonna leave the conditions as they kind of were today, or whatever the system has it on. We'll see what's going on from here. Go ahead and set the aircraft up.
Kilo Papa Bravo Foxtrot traffic November 1-2 Tree Juliet Charlie taking off runway tree 6 departure to the north.
Oh, dang it. I hate when I do that. A lot of times what I like to do is start off not on the runway. I don't want to get in the equipment. I like to taxi around and do things like that. All right, we're going to be flying off to the right. It should take us about 30 minutes. Let's go ahead and turn this fuel pump on for takeoff. And we'll remove the VFR mount for now. V is still set up. Oh, that's that. Yeah, that's right. V is going to bring up the VFR mount. And then I have a tilde set up the this thing right here. So we're going to depart to the west. East.
Kilo Papa Bravo Foxtrot traffic November 1-2 Tree Juliet Charlie taking off runway tree 6 departure to the east.
These pound lights on. All right. Brakes working. All right. Let's go ahead and go. There's a lot, like, it likes to kick over. I don't know if something happened, like, when they could recalibrate these rudder pedals or what. Honestly, I might need to start over. I don't know where my drag is, or my trim is. That's what I don't know. That was my fault. Crossing correction. Might have some. Check the ATIS. We're gonna be scud running. Yeah, it's about We're gonna be going way too low. All right, we got ourselves in a pickle. What are we gonna do? We are in the clouds, and we are going way too fast. Like what the hell? Because we're still going down. Is the problem. So this is a bad situation right here. We can pull up and pull back the. Let's go ahead and get up. That's gonna pull our airspeed back down. So you see how low we were in those clouds? Cannot scud run in these conditions right here. Let's get this thing back up. That was a bad situation. Let's see here if we can get back. What happens is there's a lot of water over here, and we're still going down again. Let's go. Yeah, we're still going down again. So this thing is bad. This is a bad situation right here. We're stalling. We're stalling. Like, oh shoot, that's a done deal. Lost in the clouds. Lost in the clouds. I've never done that before. It's a good test. Just how you could see it happen. That's scary right there. I'm gonna try it again. Let's try to get out there and see if we can somehow maneuver. You have to trust your instruments, and so honestly, I was going by the feel on it, thinking that
Juliet Charlie taking off runway 36 north departure.
it was definitely 36 north. Let's try this thing again. That was quite interesting. I am not IFR rated. You know what the rules are. Clouds too low, I shouldn't be flying today, right? So this is not something I do. Don't. This is a hazardous attitude, but this is also a sim. Treat it like real, but you know, it would be interesting to see just yeah, just to see what's going on.
Kilo Papa Bravo Foxtrot traffic November 12 tree Juliet Charlie taking off runway tree 6 east departure.
Something wrong with my rudder. You can't scud run right here. Honestly, the fog got so down. The fog was on the ground once it touched the. Once we got closer, there's a lot of water over here, the river, and everything else. And then you get close to Mississippi, and yeah, that's just like it's crazy. I knew once that speed was out of control, like I was like, I stalled out, and it was like I would like to see a replay of that. car, even though we have a GPS and everything like that, you just fly around in circles if you think you can. I mean, it's just some crazy stuff. Try to follow the river too. I couldn't really see too much of anything earlier. We got this rain, fog, everything like that. All right, we are in the soup. We're in the soup. You don't know if you're looking up, going straight up into the clouds, or if you're straight. So you gotta trust these doggone. You gotta trust the tools. It looks like I'm flying up north, higher altitude into the sun, but we're actually maintaining level flight right here, about 1800. But it definitely looks like you were just thinking your mind. My brain is telling me right now that I am shooting up toward the sun. Like I'm going vertical into the clouds. That's what my brain is wanting to tell me right now. I mean, literally, my brain is telling me that. Now, you need to maintain heading. And so, if we're straight, we're maintaining altitude. Then, and this is where making a flight plan. I did not make a plan or really look at anything. So let's try to find our heading. We know it's southeast. So now turn makes you lose altitude, right? So let's get back level. Now let's just maintain the east. Crazy. This is crazy. Which direction the wind is coming from, the rain is coming from. Lost altitude big time because of that wind, rain, and stuff like that. So, it's because we have to crab into this thing. So, that plane do what it do. I didn't fight the controls. I let it go back up to where it wants to be. But we're still flying south, so we're gonna pull back a little bit, and we're gonna try to see if we can maintain east heading. So the wind said it was coming out of the north, and it's pushing us down south. So since it's pushing us so far, we want to kind of we'll crab into it, and we'll let the wind handle us, pushing us down like that. Maintaining the east should kind of do it. We lost a little bit of altitude right there, RLI 400 feet, but we're gonna try to let it go back up and maintain east altitude. Maintain going east, flying east. I never want to see that picture in real life. I just saw. But somehow I've done it. I found myself in the suit. No one's gonna get me out of here. So the best thing to do is to maintain level flight, get the aircraft under control. We have to keep the aircraft under control. From there, I need to find out where I am. Thankfully, this has GPS, but otherwise, I need to contact Memphis Tower, somewhere. I need to contact somebody. It'd probably be Memphis Tower or something like that. I'm just guessing right now. Like, okay, shoot, what airspace am I in? Where am I at? Possibly where was I when all this happened? And this is where getting flight following would help too. So now we just let it push us down south again. I told you that the airplane was coming from, the wind was coming from the north. And me talking and everything, like we gotta point, we have to point in a direction, you know, and let the wind, it's gonna push us down south. I just have to maintain the heading. So, cause turning does what? Turning does make us lose altitude if we're not going to pull back on the yoke or anything like that. So, as long as we maintain a slight, you know, turn and keep it crowded in, it'll get us where we want to go. This is where you're paying attention to the winds and you see yourself getting off course. Not to question why. Say, okay. Also with the flight plan, we'll know like, hey, we need to be at this elevation, but this land is very low down here. So getting close to the river, we do have to watch out for like the Mississippi River Bridge or something like that. So if you just give it a little bit, it will take you more. So you have to. Quite a bit to focus on. It's easier when you have the horizon, of course. But when you don't, you have to use your instrument, so you have to gauge on the important ones. Okay, great. My altitude is good. Okay, great. I'm level. Okay, great. What is my heading? of course, KRNV, trying to see where we are. This wind is gonna push me off. Let's pull back a little bit. We don't want to go too fast. Gain a little bit of altitude to slow it down a little bit. Going back east again. Let's get it back level. Oh shoot. The clouds, you just don't know. So you gotta trust your instruments. Right now, I'm looking at the airplane. It looked like I was like, oh shoot, going to an extreme. You gotta trust those instruments. You know, everything that we're doing right now is to trust the instruments. And now we're turning, and it's like, okay, we're back. Let's correct it a little bit. Okay, great. Because we know that this thing is going to keeps us wanting to push us south anyhow. So it doesn't matter if I'm going a little bit more north. I know that it's gonna do some work and push me on. So I'll fix it. It'll correct itself back. Like it's doing. So I just need to kind of keep it over here in that direction. But see, this is what it is. I'm trying to check my tablet. I'm trying to check stuff. It's like, okay, I know I'm not too far away. You know. Stuttgart. Still keeping me in Arkansas. There it is, 4.
Kilo Romeo November Victor automated weather observation 1200 Zulu. Wind, tree 4 tree at 1 tree. Visibility 10 in heavy rain. Sky condition, ceiling 1,700 feet overcast. Temperature 11 Celsius. Dew point 10 Celsius. Altimeter 29er tree.
It says heavy rain.
Kilo Romeo November Victor automated weather observation 1200
Should have turned back.
Wind, tree 4 tree at
Should
1
never
tree.
taken off.
Visibility
Right.
10 in heavy rain. Sky condition, ceiling 1,700 feet overcast. Temperature 11 Celsius. Dew point 10 Celsius. Altimeter 29er tree. Kilo Romeo November Victor automated weather observation 1200 Zulu. Wind, tree 4 tree at 1 tree. Visibility 10 in heavy rain. Sky condition, ceiling 1,700 feet overcast. Temperature 11 Celsius. Dew point 10 Celsius. Altimeter 29er tree. Kilo Romeo November Victor automated weather observation 1200 Zulu. Wind, tree 4 tree at 1 tree. Visibility 10 in heavy rain. Sky condition, ceiling 1,700 feet overcast. Temperature 11 Celsius. Dew point 10 Celsius. Altimeter
Just fight the
29er
airplane too
tree.
much because you're already trying
Kilo
conditions.
Romeo November Victor automated
So,
weather observation 1200
here's what we can do. We are not paying attention to outside, right?
Visibility 10 in heavy rain.
We got our foggles
Sky
on.
condition, ceiling
Forget the sky.
1,700 feet
We need to
overcast.
just pay attention to this
Temperature
information.
11 Celsius. Dew point 10 Celsius. Altimeter 29er tree.
Return on
Kilo
landing
Romeo
lights off.
November Victor automated weather observation 1200 Zulu. Wind, tree 4 tree at 1 tree. Visibility 10 in heavy rain. Sky condition, ceiling 1,700 feet overcast. Temperature 11 Celsius. Dew point 10
aviate, navigate, communicate. So, you know, get the airplane under control. I messed up, but okay, great. The airplane still wants to fly. Only thing that keeps the airplane from flying is lack of power, you know, crazy air pushing me down that's just gonna destroy me with excessive speeds or limits, and most importantly, the pilot not maintaining control of the aircraft. So fly the airplane first, and that's what we need to do. The first time around, like I got in the weeds, I did. And so what I'm trying to do now is stay focused on what we know. What we know can do, what we know the airplane can do, we can do, and exactly just what we know about the aircraft right now. Again, our altitude is above 2,000 feet right now, and like 2,100 feet, 100 feet. But it is got a little bit of a yaw, so we need to get back on the correct heading. Like we're not level, so we're gonna make it not level, and we're gonna get back on our heading. It's about like 10 to 11 degrees is what we really like, and that was just really, really bad. We started getting us a good descend down, you know, so we want to catch ourselves right now. And everything. Just gonna pull that speed down, just going back up a little bit. Like micro adjustments, not extreme. But nice. Where are you all going after that? Question mark. Where are you staying at? Question mark. The outlets are open today as well. It's not a very fast airplane. When we flew a few weeks ago, I was riding in a club members, association members, Mooney. So he let me control it while we were in the air and everything. That was cool. But has a constant speed prop and everything, or well, manifold, but it's a fast airplane. So I don't know. I don't know how that was my first time being in it. It didn't take us too long. We got out there and we got back. Funny thing about that guy, he went to school with my brother. Oh shoot! What the hell happened? I'm like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? I think we got enough So the Yoke has 2 throttle controls, so kind of get inside of it. Let's get back on course. We are way off course. Now once we start getting close to this airport, we have to, we know the runway we're going to is up north, so we're hoping we can see. We could have done like a VOR or something like that, direct, and then like, oh my goodness, now we're out of my wheelhouse. If this we could do an ILS approach, oh man, thinking to be down there. So, but hopefully with those lessons, I've paid for in the Navigator or the IFR package or whatever. He'll teach me how to use that. And definitely come land in the weather, set the runway and line up with that thing, because it will guide you. Oh, you're left to the runway, right of the runway, high, low, all of that type of stuff. So it might be worth it now starting to play with it. I just can't believe we still have not crossed that Mississippi yet. That looks right, period. I'm home right now. Just flying on the simulator, period. Could Vega fit those shoes? We got her, period. Question mark. Did she like them? Question mark. Chatting with my niece right now. Her prom is this weekend, and we're still climbing. Her prom is this weekend, and I took her shopping, and she has a young lady, a foreign exchange student from Spain, staying with her, and she didn't go shopping with us yesterday, but she told me what shoes she needs, so I bought them both some really nice women's shoes. Like, oh, just gonna wear it one time. Like, no, keep these and like use them for other events or something. Like, we're way out of scope right now. We are. I don't know if you all have saw, but I'm talking and stuff like that. We completely turn around. We're about to lose the aircraft if we don't watch it. Let's maintain a bank, and let's turn this aircraft around because we're losing altitude too. So we really just screwed up talking about these shoes and Top Golf and everything else. I got the airplane lost in the sky. So, but we're about to head back. We just did a 360. We were trying to get some clearance from the aircraft or something. On the river. Alright. Back on course. Alright. Let's get back. 1900 feet. I can't really see my altimeter. I mean, my way too much speed. lost control of the airplane right there. You see what happened? Bad news. Don't text and fly. So, yeah, that was horrible. I don't even want to think about it. Should rather just fly the airplane, I think, is what people think. Like, you can fly in daytime, but you're so comfortable because it's what you see. You just fly to what you see, and everything is really, I'm not going to say it's hard, but it's hard to lose control of the airplane when you can see. But in that environment, relying on all the other stuff. I'm glad they put this back on top for an advertisement. I was so sick of the Dune. I didn't care about Dune, and I don't want to fly in Dune aircraft. I might want to fly an F-18. Okay, yeah. But, yeah. I suck. I'm not ready for anything IFR. And I am not ready for, be flying in the clouds. Follow the rules. So all I can say is, even on the simulator just taught me that even in the simulator, not following the rules of the weather and everything else, I'm not ready. My mind isn't ready for that load. Especially, I got comfortable. This is a debrief, right? We got comfortable and we started to do other stuff. Get task saturated, looking at the phone and things like that. And everything went bad. So we're about to go ahead and close this out. That was fun. Just go back to doing some more pattern work and just sticking to some pattern work. And let's get back in the real airplane. You all follow me on youtube.com/Juliet Alpha Bravo for my flying content channel. And thank you for watching. If you did watch it, we're about to go ahead and get up off of here. We will stop the YouTube, then we'll stop the Twitch. Thank you all. JMS now.